I don't know. Something about that song that just get me hyped up every single time. I can be in the lowest of moods.
You
You
know,
play that intro.
WWE, I must thank you for using a public domain theme for the Hardys for so many years. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We get a copyright, but never a strike against us because it's always the domain. Thank you. Hello, 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 and welcome to the Cup Ringside, where we give you the best seat in the house when it comes to all things WWE. I am your girl Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm going to get the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Her. Also, the reigning, the defending, the most beautiful queen of the cup. Pew,
Is
pew,
this
pew,
how this felt when I
pew.
did this all last year?
Yep, that's what it felt like. That's exactly what it felt
You
like.
know, Lana, bask in it and enjoy the crown. I must say, as a former queen myself, when that crown goes away, it hurts. You feel wounded. And it may not go away next year. It might be a couple years, but there will come a day where it's no longer there and you'll miss it. I'm telling you right. Just like all of you at home are missing out if you haven't went to laundrycreations.etsy.com and grabbed yourself a cup mug.
I have because we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. Get your cup mug, period.
And hi, everybody. I'm Brooke, and I'm passionate about pop culture. It's been 7 long years. But finally, Evolution 2! Thank you, Jesus! Y'all
It's
should have
back.
listened to Mickey James when she tried to get this done before she got released. Y'all should have listened to every single woman on that roster who I guarantee you have been begging for this event to come back in some capacity. I'm ecstatic. I wish it was built better, and we'll talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
But at least it's here. At least we have an opportunity for these amazing women on this roster to get a pay-per-view without any of these men taking up their time.
Absolutely, because who needs them? No, not in this moment. We don't need them to take up the
Real.
time, taking up the space. But yes, we are finally back to talk about evolution. I'm excited about it. I have to say, like Brooke said, we'll talk about the build up, but I'm just happy it's here. And I need y'all out there in the wrestling world community to show up and show out for this pay-per-view because we don't need another 7 years for it to come back.
For context, in case those of you would like to need to be reminded as to what was going on at Evolution at that time period,
Mm-hmm.
um, your one of your matches was Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane for the NXT Women's Title. You had a battle royal where Nia Jax last eliminated Ember Moon, who has not been with the company for years at this point. You had a match with Trish and Lita taking on Mickey James and Alicia Fox, two people who have not been with the company for years. Okay. You had a match with Sasha Banks, Bailey, and Natalia. That's a name you haven't heard in a minute, have you? Versus the Riot Squad, the original three-piece of the Riot Squad. This is
Mm-hmm.
Riot Squad, Liv Morgan. It has been that long.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, oh yeah, and Tony, and it was also the finals of the Mae Young Classic were at this event. So there's that too. So really, we've been waiting forever. Also, WWE, bring back the Mae Young Classic. Thank you. But this, I'm just, I know, I can't remember if it was this past year or the year before last, but in my predictions, I said Evolution 2. I don't care when, I don't care how. Now that we have it, I do care how.
Yeah.
um, they are setting these women up, point blank,
Stick
putting
on it.
them, putting them the same weekend as AEW's WrestleMania All In, right? So not only are they getting set up, but Great American Bash, and I'm not going to say Saturday Night's main event. That was contracted with NBC. They had a choice there. But you have Great American Bash airing today, so the NXT people are going to get lower ratings. Then you throw Evolution on the same weekend, and you're putting them in Atlanta with essentially a 2-week build for most of these matches. Across the street from Cowboy Carter Like, we are asking for this to be the lowest attended pay-per-view in the history of the company, other than like COVID pay-per-views. Like, we are legitimately asking for these women to fail. They are giving them no resources. So fans at home, I don't care if there are 3 people that watch this video or 5,000, whoever
Right.
comes in, tune in for Evolution. Because if there is anything I can say about this, regardless of the build for most of these matches or any of that, these women deserve this opportunity, because too often we see these pay-per-views where we get 5 matches, 4 of them are men's matches, and 1 of them are women, right? If we get 1 every 2 years even, it is something more. So we show up, they're going to get more opportunities, and we're going to get to see shows like this, and I'm hoping it's going to be great.
I hope this is going to be such a good thing that it's undeniable that we need an evolution every year. And yeah, they are trying to set them up. They're setting them up for failure. Like everything that is happening this weekend alone in Atlanta right now is crazy. You mentioned Cowboy Carter right across the street. You got the Saturday Night Main Event that's going to happen that night of Great American Bash. People are spending a lot of money this weekend in Atlanta for WWE and for Beyonce, and it's splitting the time is going to be ridiculous. And time, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be crazy. But what we could do as viewers of of a sport that we enjoy, that we're passionate about, is watch it, because the ratings are going to show. The ratings are going to be, if it's not the attendance that's going to keep it, it's the ratings and and people talking about it. So I just need us to talk about it. I need us to talk all about how amazing this show is. I think these women are going to go in there and show out because they know what the odds are that's against them. They understand what is happening right now, the gravitas of what is going on,
Mm-hmm.
and what they have to do. They have to be on their A1 game. And I think all of them know that. So we have to show up as fans and give and demand that they get the same amount of respect that they should be getting throughout. So uh, I want to talk about it.
Can we also disclose something else that I'm a little peeved about before we even get into the actual
Sure.
matches? I feel so bad for Zelina Vega and Julia. Now, first off, I love me some Julia. Julia is
Hmm.
my lady. I love Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega, also one of my ladies. They have had a cute little mini program for the US title over on SmackDown. It's not been like great, but it's been good. The matches have been good. They
Hmm.
haven't given them any story, right? We just had the rematch last night at time of filming on SmackDown that at least make a pre-show. If you don't want this to be on the main card, can we have a pre-show so we can at least get every women's title on the main roster defended at Evolution? Like, this is such a no-brainer to me. Am I crazy?
No, I feel like this is the time where you just put all the, like, there should be no women's matches going on this weekend. Like, don't put them on SmackDown. Don't put them in Saturday Main Event. Save every women's match for Evolution, because this is the time for the women to shine. If they are not in matches, they need to be in that battle royal that's going to happen. Like, every woman on the roster needs to be a part of this situation. I don't care what it is. If they are just walking out and saying, hey, every woman in this on the roster needs to be a part of Evolution. So to not have Zelina Vega and Julia be a part of this for their championship run a match, like, that's crazy. There's no reason every woman's title shouldn't be on the card. It's no reason for that. It's a whole pay-per-view. Give them the same 3 hours you give everybody else. We should be able to fit all the matches on these cards. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Like,
Yeah, and like, I'm not like, I just I'm irritated about the whole situation because like Julia not on SmackDown at all this past week, yesterday at time of filming again, and like we've been advertised that we're getting this rematch between Julia and Zelina. Hasn't happened yet. And Evolution is right around the corner. And guess where both of them are in? The fucking Battle Royal. So it's aggravating to me, especially seeing how the Intercontinental title is being booked right now. And again, we'll talk about that when we get to that. But I feel really bad for Julia and Zelina, specifically Julia. She is the champ. She should be on the card defending her championship. And the fact that she's not and is probably going to get thrown out somewhere near the middle of that Battle Royal, the absolute best, irritates me. And I feel for her. And I also feel for Chelsea Green in the same respect because she got treated that way when she was the US champ as well. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think Zelina ever defended that belt on pay-per-view when she was champ. So like it's just frustrating for all three of these women. And I hope that something is fixed in the near future.
Absolutely. Well, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Because it deserves to be talked about. Let's talk about this first match. It's for the NXT Championship. I'm not, you know, I'm mad at this match being on the card, even though I'm like, but they do have a whole NXT pay-per-view happening this weekend. So why wouldn't this match be on the NXT pay-per-view that they're having this weekend? And that would have saved some space for the US title that could be on this card under pay-per-view. Even though I love these two women, and I don't, I would never turn away a chance to see any of them perform, but just a question. What you think?
I'm happy that this match is happening. I'm irritated that it got spoiled by TNA's last taping that they did because we're having a match between whoever wins this match and Masha Slamovich, which is going to unify the NXT Women's title and the TNA Knockouts Championship. Mind you, double champion happening. Crazy as hell. And that already got spoiled because the segment got filmed at the last TNA event. I'm irritated about that. I'm happy that this match is happening because I think both of these women are great and they deserve the opportunity to be on TV. And it does elevate JC as champ because a lot of people are still not really buying into her being the champ. But yeah, I'm irritated with TNA at the moment for this one. Unless we are all getting bait and switched and they're really just screwing with us to like move the pieces around before the unification match, which I believe is going to be happening at Slammiversary. So we'll see what happens.
Me personally, I didn't know about all that, so I wasn't spoiled until just now, but it's fine. It had, I don't know. I don't really have a dog in this fight, if I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know. I hadn't been caught up on this and them and their, what their feud is and what's going on. But I am always interested. I just love a good match, and I think this is probably going to be a good match. I do what I do know is about how, like I said, nobody is really looking at her as a champion or I don't know, treating her like a champion, like her championship isn't her reign is not great or something, but I don't really know. So I don't want to go into um any, like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know stuff I don't know because that's not authentic. Um, but I do have a prediction for this. And what is your prediction?
I'm gonna let you predict first because I already know the outcome
Oh
based on
well,
that
that's
TNA.
true. That
Yeah,
is
I don't
true.
want to. Yeah, I don't want to spoil the predictions here.
I'm gonna say Jordan Grace is probably going to win because she's been TNA champion before. To
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
whoever wins this match is losing to Masha. I think this is kind of TNA getting theirs back for Trick winning the world title. Um,
Mm,
and I will tell you that based upon the last TNA filming, JC was still champ in that segment that they filmed. Now,
okay.
will that segment air? We don't know. So there is that like gamble of, is TNA just messing with us? Will WWE change it and screw with TNA? Who knows? But I am going to, because then if it's Jordan, then we get Marsha and Jordan again, because Marsha was the one who took the TNA Knockouts title off Jordan.
Mm-mm.
Um, I'm gonna be reasonable and I'm gonna pick JC.
Okay.
But and also for record, Tover has also done predictions for this card.
Yes. Chase, and he
So
picked Jordan, and picked
yeah,
Jordan Grace as well.
I will say this: if WWE does end up, actually, no, I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna pick Jordan for a couple
Okay.
reasons. If I'm wrong, we're all wrong, and nothing is ventured, nothing is gained. Um, but also, I feel like Jordan and Masha just makes more sense as the match. There's not really a build with JC and Masha that's like interesting to me.
Okay.
Um, and also, would it be the first time that TNA's filmed something and it didn't end up making an episode and they had to change it? No. So I'm a pick Jordan, and also because I love Jordan.
I do
So
love Jordan. I do love Jordan too. So that's where I'm going. Up next, we have Jade Cargill versus Naomi for no belt, no nothing,
no
just bad
briefcase.
blood. No briefcase, just bad blood. And you know what? I live. Live.
I'm thrilled. I'm really excited about this because one, it's not the main event. It's nothing special, but at least we're getting another great match between two beautiful black women. I am thrilled. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, kind of know pretty reasonably who's gonna win this match, so I'm not that mad at it. And yeah, I'm just kind of excited to see where this goes.
I'm excited. I'm ecstatic about this match. I can't wait for this match. It's going to be fun to watch. They've been going back and forth, and to no resolution. So here at Evolution, it's time for a revolution, and I'm excited about that. I love both of these women. I am so excited to see both of them go out there and do their thing and represent and eat it up. Um, but I think Naomi's winning this one. I feel like she at this point.
Excuse. Okay,
I
that's your pick.
I do. I think Naomi has to win this.
Can I tell you why I disagree? Jade's next pay-per-view match is a world title match just after she won Queen of the Ring.
Oh wait, I
And
didn't think
like
about that.
Naomi
I didn't
has
think
the
about.
briefcase, and if we have
You're
learned
right.
anything over the years, this company loves the person with the briefcase going on a bit of a losing streak before they win the belt with the briefcase, right? So my current thought, Jade wins here.
Mm-hmm.
Jade beats either Tiffany or Trish. We'll talk about that.
Yep.
And then
Mm-hmm.
Naomi cashes in at
Yep.
SummerSlam
Yep.
and
Yep.
beats
You're right.
Jade.
You're
And then
right.
she's going to hold that over her for the
Right.
rest of
Rest
their
of
feud.
You're
This is
right.
going to be one of those like generation, like two superstar defining rivalries. I think this is going to be, when we look back at Jade's career, however long it is, she could be here for another 5 years, another 20 years. I don't know. Right. However long Jade is here, this is going to be the first feud we look back at and be like, wow, Jade and Naomi was so good. And I'll be honest, as much as I love Naomi and she's had some really great stories and really great feuds in her career too, this is the one I'm the most interested in. I think
Yeah.
maybe ever
Mm-hmm.
for her,
Yeah.
outside of her like friendly rivalry with Jordan and TNA, which is also just incredible.
Yeah.
Um, but I think Jade kind of has to win this match.
You're right.
As much as I would love for Naomi to get her look back from WrestleMania, she's got a
Not
briefcase.
yet. Not
Not
yet.
yet.
Yeah,
Not yet.
you're right. You're right. I switched. I changed. I didn't think about that, but yeah, you are right. She has to. Jay has to win this after the Queen of the Ring, and then she has to go on to win SummerSlam, and then let that. Yep, you are right. You are right. I'm with you when you're right, Brooke.
Mhm.
That was right. Topher says Naomi though, so we'll see what happens with that. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, you're right. Didn't think about that till just now, but yep. Let's move on to this Intercontinental Championship match. Becky Bailey, um, Lyra. I
AKA the best built match on this card by a country mile.
don't.
Um, look, I feel so bad for every other woman on this card because I look at this. This is what Evolution could have been, right? With like Naomi and Jade notwithstanding, because that already has the lineage where it doesn't need a big feud to like get the blood back going there. These three have had an incredible program, especially with this edition of Bailey. It's really heated this up in a way that I'm gonna be honest, and I cannot believe I am saying these words. I'm interested in Becky Lynch again. Um, so you know what, Becky? You've never lost the talent, never have, never will. Well, maybe not ever will, but never have yet. You're not old yet. I'm really engaged in this version of Becky. This like because it's not the same as when she came back and was like, I'm this big superstar legend diva of the world. It's I trained you and you teamed up with the woman who's been beating the crap out of me since 2019 and then went off into this all this crazy space. That promo the three of them had on Raw on Monday. I know a lot of people weren't a huge fan of it. I don't know why. I think it really sold this match for me because up until now, we've not really seen Lyra and Bailey have that conflict, right? They both don't like Becky. That's known, understood, got it. But having the two of them get words between them and be like, you literally looked like a bitch by raising her hand after she beat you last month. Lyra getting that look back in and being like, look, I'm not the person who got attacked by somebody and couldn't come back from my match. I did what I had to do. Right? This really makes me more interested in all three of them. Bailey has been kind of struggling with getting back into the zone after losing the world title last year at SummerSlam. I really think this is the energy booster she needed to get into that spot again. When is Lyra Valkyria going to be a world champion? You tell me. I think she's been incredible in this as well. This entire feud with her and Becky has been great. And I will say, I admit when I'm wrong on this channel. It doesn't happen a ton. I am when it comes to my feelings on a booking decision. I will say the way they handled Becky beating Lyra, I like it more than what it looked like it could have been on paper. So I'm hoping this keeps going in a really great way. This has to be the end of this feud, though, I think, at least with the Becky and Lyra portion of it. I'm gonna be 100. I want Bailey to win this match.
Me too, me too. Me too.
Lana, it's so nice when we agree.
I know the addition of Bailey just really made me interested. Like between when it was just Becky and Lyra, I could care less. Be honest, could care less. But when they added Bailey to this, I was like, oh, this dynamic I like. This something about this I like. And oh, I do. I do. I know I cut you off, but yeah, I do.
Yeah, I'm stoked, honestly. I am really optimistic for I mean, honestly, I think the only outcome I won't be a huge fan of would be if Lyra won this match. And not for anything against Lyra. I just think she should move on from this belt and into other places. I think that is where she needs to go from here. So between Becky and Bailey, I don't think Becky needs this belt for long. I think she's elevated it pretty handily. And also, you tell me Bailey winning this belt isn't going to get a pop in Atlanta, and then we go into a Becky Bailey blood feud at SummerSlam. Oh, I'm sad. I am beyond sad. So I'm picking Bailey because I want that.
Right. I am with you and you're right. I want that for my life, for my soul. So I too am picking Bailey because
We're manifesting.
yeah, we're manifesting. We really want that to happen right now. So we don't have Topher's. We didn't put that one in there, so we'll get that one later for Topher. But it'll be in the recap, I'm sure, unless they send it to me. He's writing now, typing now, incoming, incoming. Topher
He's
saying
gonna pick Becky, calling it now. Um, oh no,
Bailey. He picks Bailey.
Topher, when you're right, you're right.
You're right. You're right. We love this.
Imagine Becky like rolls up Bailey in this match to win. I'm gonna be real mad.
I'm
That
being annoyed at that. I'm being annoyed at that.
okay, real talk. I think whoever wins this match needs to pin Lyra.
Yeah.
As much as I don't want Lyra to get pinned here, I think it is the correct call. So we'll see. We shall see.
We shall see. Oh, that's so good that we all agree on that. That's funny.
It's weird. We're agreeing a lot today.
We're agreeing a lot this time. I don't know. I don't know how I like it, but we do have our tag team match. We have
Thank you.
Roxanne and Raquel versus Charlotte and Alexa, the Kabuki Warriors, and Soruka and why is her name falling from my
Zarya.
brain? Zarya, falling from my head. I'm sorry, Zarya. I'm
Um,
sorry.
well, as a habitual NXT watcher, Zaruka
Hmm.
was definitely the correct decision out of NXT. Shout outs to Sol Ruka. I believe the only person wrestling on both the Great American Bash card and the Evolution card.
She's the one to do it. She's the one to do it.
Yeah, well, that's not true. We have
We
a
have
couple
plenty
other
more who
people.
could do it, but yeah, I love
Well,
her
no, I
though.
meant the only
The
person
Battle
because I
Royal
know.
too.
Yeah, because I know that. Well, not even just the Battle Royal. I know that we're gonna have JC wrestled on on the Great American Bash card. Jordan did. Um, so we're gonna see how everybody turns out here. But in terms of this four-way, can I make a personal request, WWE? Make this an elimination match. I
Ooh, that would be
think
nice. But they're
these
not.
four teams, you give them 20 minutes. Doesn't need to be anything longer than that. Just 20 minutes. Because there's going to be a couple matches on this card that are going to be longer than others. I think that Battle Royal is going to take about 10. I think that we're going to have the triple threat's going to be given more time. I think this should be given 20 minutes. Make the card go to 11 if you have to. A 4-hour pay-per-view, it's not super common nowadays. Do it for this specifically. Because you tell me that there isn't an interesting way to have three of these teams eat a pinfall that doesn't further stories. Um, personally,
Mhm.
I'm the most excited about this match on this card.
Okay.
Just from an in-ring quality standpoint, at least 7 of these people deliver every time. And I'll be honest, Raquel's match with Rhea last month at whatever the Saudi show was, Night of Champions, was great.
It was good.
So
It's good.
so I'm excited. WWE has made me moderately interested in Charlotte Flair, and I don't know how to feel about that. Um, and also, if you haven't read the piece that Charlotte wrote, I don't remember what paper, what internet news network it was for. She wrote this very long, like personal opinion piece. I highly recommend you go read it because it really, as much as someone who is not a fan of Charlotte the character very much, it really did recolor a lot of how I had been feeling about the internet's reaction towards Charlotte.
Hmm.
I recommend reading that because it was really interesting. But regardless, don't want to babble. This match is going to be great, and I cannot wait.
Okay. I am excited about this match. I think it's going to be interesting. I'm excited to see how they produce the match, how all because these are some really good teams that you got in there. You got some really good people who are going to be entertaining, who are going to be like top to the top. I think this is gonna be I think this is probably gonna be one of the best matches of the night. Honestly, I'm gonna give it to him on that. Such great talent. Like I fell in love with Sol Ruka watching her at NXT when I went to an NXT show and I saw her live for the first time. I was like, she is so dang impressive. So anytime Sol Ruka can get on my screen, I'm like, give it to me. Let me see it.
Felt.
Um I want to see it. The return of Asuka. We got Asuka back. I missed Asuka so much. And when she got back, and it was like seeing her in the ring again just made me feel like, yes, this is right. This feels right. I missed her. And she still got it for me. I'm still here for Asuka. And then having her back with Kyrie saying as the Kabuki Warriors, I'm like, Yes, give it to me. This is the good. This is good. Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. What? Like you said, I don't know how to feel about liking Charlotte. Maybe a little. I don't
Being
know.
interested in
Interesting.
Charlotte Flair.
Interesting.
We are far away from liking Charlotte
I
the
mean,
character.
liking, interested, kind of wanting to know what has going to go. Maybe even a little rooting for them. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Me personally, I don't know. It's wild. It's wild. But like you said, the match that Raquel and Rhea had just showed Raquel in a whole new light. And then Roxanne Perez is just, you gotta, she not called the prodigy for nothing. Like, she is really, really good. And Zaria is somebody who I haven't really seen a lot of. So I'm interested into seeing what she can do and how she fits in with this group of women. I think this is gonna be a good match if it's well produced, if it's done right, if it's given the time needed for it to breathe and actually do what it has to do. But I'm excited about this match. I'm excited to see what happens with this match, and I also am just I'm excited. I'm excited, honestly. And I don't even know. Oh, but I am. I was thinking about my prediction, and I'm like, am I gonna do it? Am I gonna do it? I think I'm gonna do it. I think I want Charlotte and Alexa to win.
I can't fault you for that. Because this dynamic we have of Charlotte and Alexa is really engaging to me. I'm not gonna lie. I will say personally, there is a
Hmm.
part of me who is very excited about the prospect of Sol Ruka winning this match and
Right?
then becoming, I believe, do not quote me on this, this is a thought, I believe the first ever triple champion in the
Mhm.
company's history. I could be wrong about that, but I believe that is the case because she is still your reigning and defending speed champion. I don't care if
Mhm.
y'all don't count it. She is still your reigning and defending women's NXT North American champion. That we do count for
Does
sure.
it count? Hmm.
And if she were to win this match, I believe Sol would become the first ever triple champion in the history of the company, which would be so crazy to say. But I don't think Zurica's winning this match. I would love it if they did, but I don't think they are. Honestly, I can see a reason for any four of these teams to win. I do think Raquel and Roxanne have literally had these belts for a cup of coffee, and we did just get the whole Judgment Day just got all the gold thing again.
Yeah.
Um, I think I'm gonna. The question is: are Charlotte and Alexa gonna have a match against each other at SummerSlam, or are they gonna be tag champs? That's just where we're at.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with
Oh,
Charlotte and Alexa as well.
okay.
But I will say, if anyone else wins, I'm betting you it's Raquel and Roxanne. I
Yeah.
think are the most likely other option. Uh,
Agreed.
Also, Raquel quietly has become a 6-time tag team champion.
Yeah.
Nutty.
Wild. Okay, let's keep it moving to Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky for the women's championship.
If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. I'm picking
That's what.
Io.
I.
Actually, I do want to say one thing, and this is also going to be something I'm going to throw at the Tiffany Trish match in a minute. Letting them pick their opponent, okay, I see it. We've done it before with world champs picking their next challenger. And like typically that's done with champions who've been champion for a lot longer and they've had a lot of challengers. And Io has literally defended her belt one time at WrestleMania. So sure. But the thing that irritates me about this is actually not that Rhea's the opponent. It's the fact that literally a week before this, we had Io in a segment backstage talking to Asuka about wanting to defend the championship against her.
Mm-hmm.
And then Io comes out and picks Rhea. I don't get it. And it's not like we haven't had this match, 3 times this year already?
Right.
And like, again, this is not a Rhea knock. I'm not blaming her for creative on this one, right? This just doesn't make any sense to me. I get that you want to have Rhea in a prominent match on this card so that way you can get those that pull in. This is the advertised main event, so I'm assuming it'll be going on last. It's a bit confusing to me. I want it to be EO. I'm picking EO. That's just where I'm at. If EO loses this match, what was all of this rigmarole at WrestleMania for? So I'm picking EO.
Me too. I'm actually kind of bored with this match. I know it's the main event, and like you said, it's no knock to Rhea or EO. I'm just like, why are we doing this again? We've had it 3 times. Why are we doing this again? Okay, now we don't have Bianca Belair in the mix. It's still the same people. It's still the same thing, and I wanted something different. I think I'm more salty because I did want EO versus Oscar, so maybe I am a little salty because of that.
I'm salty
But
as hell about
I'm
that.
a little salty about that because I'm like, I really wanted EO versus Oscar, but I get it. But uh, Rhea don't need this belt.
I
Like,
agree. Like,
how many chances do we get?
so this is if I'm not mistaken, the third time there has been a match of recent between Io and Rhea for the women's world title. Because Io won the belt off Rhea, right? We had the rematch with Bianca as the ref that happened on Raw, right? That Io won in dubious fashion, but whatever. So rematch 1. Io then won the triple threat at Mania, rematch 2, which Rhea should not have been in that match. And then third match being this one. I don't care anymore. Either, and this is just where I'm at with it, either Io needs to win and Rhea needs to move on from this title, send her to SmackDown after the draft. I don't care. Or Rhea needs to win and Io needs to move on because I don't want to see this match anymore. I'm over it. I'm bored. Move on, please.
Oh, yeah. I'm just, I don't know. I don't understand what this is for and why we're doing this. Why, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this match at all? Like, it needs to be somebody else. I'm picking EO as well because, yeah, EO. And Topher picked EO as well. So
Thank you, Topher.
we move. We have Trish Stratus versus Tiffany Stratton. The TSTS combination, TNT, TNT. Interesting.
See, I was at the Rumble, friendly reminder. When Trish's music hit, we all freaked
Mhm.
out. We knew she was going to be there, but we all freaked out. I kind of want to see Trish win this belt. And maybe that's me being dumb and delusional.
Mhm.
But like this whole Trish Stratus 25 years tour thing that we have going on, I kind of like the idea of Trish beating Tiffany here, even if it's not anything crazy. She just beats her with like a roll up or something, right? And then we get Trish and Jade at SummerSlam. And then Jade beats Trish, so she gets this massive rub beating
A
arguably
legend.
the best women's wrestler in the history of the company, arguably, debatably.
Mhm.
Um, and then she gets cashed in on, so that way it makes Jade look great. It doesn't weaken Tiffany to lose to Trish fucking Stratus. And
Right.
then Trish gets one last title run in the sun. I don't see anybody losing here. Tiffany's been champ for 7 months. That's a pretty good reign. She defended the belt at Mania. She knocked off Nia Jax for it. Like, she
Right.
beat Charlotte at Mania to keep her belt clean, mind you.
Clean. Clean.
I think this might be the time to pull the trigger and let Trish win this match. I'm picking Trish.
You are not wrong again. I, this, if they're going to do it, this absolutely will be the time to do it. Let Trish have it and um keep it for the rest of the month until we get to SummerSlam. And then she loses at SummerSlam. That way she's not obligated to be around so much longer. You know, she could still do her popping in, do her thing, get some promos against Jade. Uh, on SmackDown for leading up until and yeah, I don't see a downside to this whole situation because like you said, Tiffany, 7 months. She had some really good matches within those 7 months, and her reign was. It's not a like a bad reign. You won't be like, ugh, I won't look back at this reign and be like, this is a bad reign. No, you beat Charlotte Flair. You beat like clean, like you said, clean. You beat Charlotte Flair. You beat Nia Jax. You beat some really good opponents. Your reign was decent. And to lose to Trish Stratus, you
Well, because she beat Nia for it. She's had defenses against Bailey, against Charlotte, now against Trish. She's had a defense against, I believe, a defense against Candice. So like she had that really good last woman standing match against Nia. So like,
not a bad reign.
I think it's been a good reign. I think Tiffany's been elevated, and I think you can move Tiffany to Raw in the draft and give her a whole new crop of women to fight. I think it just makes the most sense. And also, you tell me that even the most like cynical wrestling fan doesn't want that last Trish Stratus run.
Right.
I know we've had the last Trish Stratus run about 8 different times. She hasn't won a world title since she retired.
Right.
She was tag champ. I don't know if we're counting that, but like she didn't really defend the belt much then either. So like give Trish this last month-long title reign.
Right.
And then we can move on. And I think Trish would be happy with that. Hell, you can even have Trish have matches beyond that. I just think this is the time where we can move past it.
Absolutely. I feel that. Topher also says Trish. So there we go. Now, we do have a battle royal that is going to happen.
Currently announced for the battle royal are Stephanie Vicaire, Ivy Nile, Nia Jax, Natalya, Maxine Dupree, NXT's Kalani Jordan, Jada Parker, Lola Vice, Lash Legend, Izzy Dame, and Tatum Paxley. Zelina Vega, Julia, which we'll talk about that. Candice LeRae, B-Fab, Meechin, Chelsea Green, and her Secret Service of Piper Niven and Alba Fire. And the only legend thus far announced for this match being Nikki Bella. Now, first off, Julia's in this match. Julia is in this match.
Yep.
Make it make sense. I know we talked about them not getting Julia and Zelina on the card in the U.S. title match. Aggravating, but I understand if there's not time. And pretty much anything else in this card, I don't think you could really cut anything. So if that's where we're at, okay, I get it. I see you, WWE. I don't agree with you, but I see you. You're putting your U.S. champ in a battle royal the same night as your Intercontinental champ, who is theoretically on the same level, is one of the biggest performers in the history of the company, male or female, defending against a multiple-time Grand Slam champion and one of the most prospected up-and-comers in recent years for the women's division. What the hell, y'all? What is this? Crap. That's what that is. Crap.
Do we know how many people are going to be in this match? Is that the complete list? So we think more people will be joining this list?
Allegedly, there are 20, according to Nikki, but that was also in a random interview, and it's not been confirmed anywhere else. So if there are 20, I'm just going to pull up the list again and count it, because I'm not sure how many people are actually on that list total. We know, I can tell you a couple people who aren't going to be in it, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that is 20 people, just those people there. Now, we can tell you that Kelly has confirmed she is not going to be in this match. They called her to ask her to sit ringside, and she said, I'm good. But we know that Michelle McCool has been trying to get into this match a lot. Please
do it. Please let her in there.
Can we get Michelle
and Layla?
Can we just get our like Royal Rumble socks group of women of like Molly, Michelle, Layla would be great. Molly, Michelle, and like one or two other WWE Rumble people that have made multiple appearances and get them thrown in here.
Melina. Get Melina back in there. That'd be great.
Melina just did a show in South Korea in their version of a Royal Rumble. She was the number one entrant. The crowd lost their minds. So I would like that. I would like that a lot. But I don't mind having a Battle Royal. It gets all the main roster women on the card. I'm happy about that. But like, Julia should not be in this match.
Why would you do that to your champion? Like, it doesn't make any sense when she's the only champion that is not on the card. She should just.
Oh, even the freaking every single women's champion in NXT is not in this Battle Royal because Soul, even if she's not defending the North American title, she's competing for a different championship on this card. Literally, outside of Callie Armstrong, who is the Evolve Women's Champion, Julia is the only champion that is not either in a title match or defending her championship on this crowd. That's dumb.
That's crazy. Yeah.
If they had made this Battle Royal for the U.S. title, even if it was just a stopgap defense to let Julia have the belt and just like let Julia win this Battle Royal and like retain her championship, I would not care. Would not care even a little bit. But unfortunately, that is not what's happening here. And this match is for a world title match at Clash in Paris. And based off of what I think and where I am at, I'm of a couple minds. My number one is that I think Naomi is going to be the women's champ on SmackDown when we get to Clash in Paris, because that is after SummerSlam. And I'm hoping that Io is the world champ on Raw. So who would I like to have fight who? It's a good question. I would personally say Io. I don't really care because Io can have a good match with anybody. But then you have whoever's going to be world champ on SmackDown. I'm hoping Naomi. If it's someone challenging Naomi, it basically has to be a returning Bianca winning this match, which not confirmed, not advertised. And if it is a 20-woman battle royal, she's not in it. That's just the way it is. So there's that. If it's somebody challenging Io, I don't think it should be Nikki because I think that really devalues a lot of the women who are still on the roster. No shade to Nikki. This is not a Nikki knock. This is just in general. She's not been here.
Right.
So I guess I don't even know who I'm going to pick. I'm just going to pick the person how I want to win, who will not win this match, but I'm just manifesting it for myself. I'm going to pick BFAB. Because, can I tell you why?
Yes, please.
Couple of reasons. One, because every year we have these Royal Rumble things where I have told you all I want a certified jobber or a mid-carder to win the Royal Rumble and have this big storyline going into this match of, how are you here? What are you doing here? This is not meant for you, right? And like we kind of had that a little bit with Jey Uso, but like not really. He was basically a main eventer at the time anyway. I still want that for somebody. And between our options of people that I think really fit that role in this match, the only people that I think really could win are like B-Fab and Maxine Dupree. And between the two of them, as much as I like Maxine, I just prefer B-Fab. Now, I will say, you need whoever this is to be a heel going against, like the champ needs to be a heel going up against a plucky face underdog, so Maxine actually fits the role better. But honestly, I don't really care who wins this match. I think it's good that everyone's on the card. Personally, I just want it to be B-Fab. It won't be, but I'm picking B-Fab for convenience.
I think I'm on the same wavelength as you, as thinking who I would want and someone who I feel like needs the boost and should be getting more time and more, recognition. I am on that same thing because I feel like certain people deserve to get that. I was going back and forth between a few people because at first I was like, maybe somebody who is from NXT who's about to get pulled up. maybe who wins this match, like a Lash Legend, probably.
Kalani Jordan,
A Kalani
please.
Jordan,
Is
baby.
anybody of those people Kalani Jordan, please?
I'm about to say shout out to Kalani and Carmelo Hayes for their engagement. Shout out to y'all.
Yay!
Period,
Where's
period,
Carmelo? Why
period.
is he not on any pay-per-view ever? What are we
Huh?
doing with Melo? Where's Melo on anything, by the way? Not as
Where is
mission.
Melo on anything, by the
In
way?
general.
Hello. But
Mm.
yes, shout out to them. But yeah, Kalani is another one who I'm like, yeah, either her or Lash or like, yeah, I would love to see any of them like get it and come up. But then I was like, somebody who's already on the main roster who I feel like is not getting their time. They gave him for a minute and then they kind of like snatched it away from him. And I'm like, why did we do that? And that's Michin. I feel like Michin is a choice for me, is that I want to see win something like a battle royal, go on to defend it. And like, I feel like the talent is there. I just don't feel like they're giving her the push. And I hate that for her. But your BFAB choice, absolutely. I'm here for that.
I'll also say the other person I heavily considered, if I'm legitimately picking on who I think will win this match, and it's not Nikki Bella, because I think that's who's gonna win, I would pick Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah.
Like, duh.
Oh, yeah.
Give me Stephanie Io for 20 minutes at Clash in Paris. I'm sad.
You know what?
You know, I might have just talked myself into picking Stephanie.
I think you just talked me into picking Stephanie because I just forgot you said her name.
I'll switch to Stephanie.
I'm switching to Stephanie. I'm switching mine to Stephanie. Because honestly, I think that will be pretty, like, it seems like that's on brand for what they're doing right now. Yeah, you switching?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just talked me into it, talked yourself into it, because yeah, you saying
that doesn't sound like a good match again. Because
yeah,
they wrestled for 10 minutes on Raw after WrestleMania, and we all lost our minds.
Yeah, Brooke, yeah.
For the record, Topher picked Nikki. I can't blame him.
I can't blame him for picking Nikki. Can't blame him.
Now, who do we want to win this match? I personally, any woman that is regularly on the roster, I would love to see it. I
don't mind whoever wins this match, honestly.
Except for Julia.
Yeah,
do not let Julia win this match, but she has a championship.
All right.
Or Zelina. I love Zelina, but she's in a feud for a championship. No. It's gonna be Nikki Bella, isn't it?
I wouldn't be surprised if it's Nikki Bella at this point, but whatever. I wonder if we might see some surprises. Maybe a surprise return to Bianca Belair. If that's the case, Bianca's my pick. I'm just saying.
You know what? We're here. Tover's not, but we're here. Okay, we can ask Tover off camera. We'll tell you guys in the recap if it mattered. Tiebreaker bonus question. Okay. Pick a person you think, if there are more people in this battle royal, right? Pick a person you think is going to be in this match that's not currently advertised for it.
Bianca Belair, and I think she wins.
If it's Bianca, I'd lose it. By the way. Also, can we not blow the big 3 match before WrestleMania, please? Please. Naomi needs to be champ going into it. Jade needs to win it at Mania, and Bianca needs to be the one eating the pin. I don't care. Yeah, Bianca was gonna be who I'd pick. But if we're not picking Bianca, so for tie-breaking sake, I am gonna say, because she's doing LFG and she's like still connected with the company in a way, she's still in ring shape. They could literally call her to lace up a pair of boots and come up from Orlando.
Or Uggs.
What? Or Uggs. Or Uggs. Or Uggs. I'm gonna pick Michelle McCool.
Absolutely. That's so smart.
Yeah, that's, and also WWE Hall of Famer Michelle McCool. Oh, it's so nice to finally say that, isn't it? Isn't it great? Next year, Victoria.
I was thinking about her too.
Or Jazz, or both. Victoria and Jazz.
Why not? But yes, that's a good tiebreaker question. But yeah, I do think if anybody surprises, if Bianca comes back, she winning. If it's anybody else, I still stick with my pick.
Yeah, I think you're fair. I also could see a world where like Bianca is in this match and then Naomi comes out to screw her.
To give some more beef between them.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, Naomi's the only heel in this feud, as much as that pains me to admit it. If they're gonna have a triple threat, we got to get this dissension going, and we know it's going to be at Mania next year. I don't care. I can't wait. And I just can't. I'm so, for the record, Naomi has been eating this whole thing up. She's been incredible, as she always does. For the record,
but this is the most exciting I've been about a feud that Naomi's been in. She's been in some really decent feuds and some good feuds. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. But if you go back when we go back in 10 years and look at her career, this is going to be the feud that everybody remembers and talks about.
agreed.
Absolutely. But that is that for that. We are excited. Tomorrow is the day from time of recording. We are going to be sitting on a Sunday watching a pay-per-view. We have not done that in a minute. Like
Other than WrestleMania.
Besides WrestleMania, but then it started on Saturday. But we have a 1-day PLE going on Sunday for Evolution. I am so excited about it. I'm mad I'm not there because I literally want to be there. But
I mean, I looked online. Those tickets were not very expensive.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I will say, good thing, bad thing about the way WWE is doing tickets now. If an event's not going to have high attendance, the tickets are going to be relatively cheap. And as much as I think this show should have high attendance, because every single woman on this roster is so incredibly talented, it's just not where we're at the moment. I blame Beyonce. I'm kidding. Not on Beyonce's internet. I would never.
Not too much.
Not on Beyonce's internet. I would never. But no, I mean, if we're blaming anybody for any of this build, I'm going to be honest. Blame TKO. It is their fault. You put this pay-per-view, one, it's on a Sunday. We've seen it. People like the Saturday pay-per-views because we can go home and then have a day before people go back to work on Monday a lot of the time. But also, it's just kind of disheartening to see how they've handled booking Evolution this year. They picked a random weekend in Atlanta, which happens to be the same day as freaking Cowboy Carter. Oh, what are you doing? Blow it up. This show needs to be so well received, and it needs to be the talk of the wrestling world. And they put it on the same weekend as All In. What are we doing? I just feel bad because, look, I'm not the type of person to come on here and be like, oh, AEW sucks, WWE forever. Like, that's not me, right? But we're losing so many opportunities here by having this pay-per-view happen like this. We're losing so much, and I really wish I really hope this is something we don't do again in the future with these women. And I'm hoping that this pay-per-view is an undeniable success, and they have to do it every year from now on.
I just looked at some ticket prices, and I'm blown away. For some really decent seats, it's $78.
Yeah.
Like, on the floor. Like,
that's some 2008 prices right there for you, by the way.
Right. Like, are you kidding me?
They closed the upper deck of the building. I don't know if you saw that. It's not even like they've moved people that bought upper deck tickets and moved them down so that way they can close off the upper deck of the building. Like, I feel awful because this is WWE's fault.
Yes, it is.
We've had a 2-week build to this pay-per-view with no mention from commentary. Hell, I know people who are like excited for the idea of Evolution that don't know what's happening tomorrow.
Right.
Like, I want this event to be so successful. I'm worried the Saturday night's main event's going to have more people watching it than this. Like, I am very worried about that. And honestly, this Saturday night's main event card, it's not that good. I as much as I like a lot of the people that are on the upcoming Saturday night's main event, this card blows it out of the water. And it should. This is a pay-per-view. I don't know. What do you guys at home think? Let us know in the comments down below. Why are you pissed at TKO? Why do you think that I don't know, Wendy Chu should come from NXT and win the Battle Royal? Let us know.
And we're gonna get out of here because I really don't have anything else left to say. So follow, subscribe, Do all the things that tell you support this channel. We are on our mission to get 1,000 new subscribers at the end of the year. So please hit the subscribe button. Follow us on all of our channels. All those links will be in the description below, as well as our audio podcast links, our Patreon, where you can get your merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com. Follow all of our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. And we're going to get out of here. You stick around and watch another video, and we're going to go make more content. So cheers,
Cheers,
y'all.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.